Shalom, shalom, shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. You know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely, lovely early morning in which the Most High, Ahaya has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Just coming with a message for this Sabbath morning. And I will say that it's a lovely one, as always. Every day that the Most High has made has been excellent. I say this here. Do not put your trust in no man. Do not put your trust in no man. I have come to the conclusion that I'm going to focus on the purpose of why at all times things come upon me. And the purpose, because the purpose that I'm speaking of was search the spiritual reason behind situations. The reason why you have one or two churches on every corner of the community, all over the place. You got churches all over the place, every block. If you see now, the doors are not open, but they're sitting there and have. There's some that has been, especially these here Catholics, their churches, just sitting here for nothing, for no reason. This is to deceive you. You see, I realize that in it all, don't ever think that you're revealing and you're teaching and you're bringing to an understanding anything without learning something out of it. Always get something out of what you're trying to reveal to someone else, what you're trying to tell someone else, what you're trying to give information or give spiritual and truth. Make sure that you are learning out of what you are teaching. Because if you're just a teacher and not a learner, you do not represent the Most High, Ahaya. You represent your flesh. Now, what I'm about to talk about is let no man deceive you. That means when I say let no man deceive you, I must not let my flesh deceive me. You get what I'm saying? I must not let my flesh deceive me. Because my greatest enemy is not so much is the man that can deceive me, but this man, M-A-N, that can deceive myself. Learning, behind learning is a gift from the Most High. Because you're not all the time thinking you're about telling somebody something, teaching somebody something. You're about trying to learn as you teach. A lot of times when I'm on YouTube and I'm speaking, 99 trillion wouldn't know that I'm talking to myself as well as speaking to you. Why? Because I'm learning even as the fathers use me as a vessel to speak unto you. So whenever you want to live a life and think that you created to tell somebody else something without learning what you telling somebody else for yourself, put your trust in no man. And the reason why I started off that whole idea of putting your trust in no man, because we as a people, as Negro people, put a whole bunch of trust in heathens and Gentiles. And I almost believe, without a doubt, it is a part of the curse. Because I can't get people to search their own spirit and find it. I can't get people to even consider what took place before the foundation of the world. I can't get people to consider anything that's spirit and truth. And that disturbed me in the spiritual realm. Because it's like, Deborah, did not Yah, see, now he's speaking to me. Did not I teach you about the brick wall? Yes, Father. Yes, you did teach me about the brick wall. You did it 3 times. You brought me into a vision where I was running a race. And Father Yah, that race I was running to win. And Father Yah, in that race, I felt good. I was doing something that I know in my natural life, in my natural body, I used to do, which is run track. So therefore, when you suffered me to go into this race, what was ahead of you, Deborah? There was a brick wall. How tall? Too tall to see over. Where was it? It was on the track in which I was running, covering the whole lanes from one end to the other. A brick wall that you couldn't just see over. So he's saying to me now, think of the brick wall in the visions you were in, running the race and running to the brick wall. Don't run into people. You on a race. Run that race, knowing that I'm at the finish line. Don't run that race with brick walls in front of you. You got over the biggest brick wall that had ever been in your life. That was your husband. You learned through the Ruach, because no ma'am, no sir, I couldn't get around that brick wall. I didn't have the sense in my flesh to get around that brick wall. And in that vision, it wanted to teach me the difference from when I am in the spirit versus the flesh. But when you in the spirit, you learn with the Ruach HaKodesh how to go around, how to climb on top of the brick wall to go to the other side. There's another side around that brick wall. Learn to go around it. Put your trust in no man. Because my whole goal now is to find the purpose of why people would be in the midst or around you or in the midst of you. You got to find the purpose. If there's no purpose, there's no reason. Search, Deborah, the spiritual purpose. Don't run into brick walls, Deborah. You're in the midnight hour. You're running the race. You're winning the race. You're going to the finish line. You don't need the brick wall in front of you. You don't need it. So therefore, consider the brick wall, Deborah. And that's what he wants me to do. To consider the brick wall at all times. Remember those 3 visions of me running the race. And the brick wall is in the ahead of me in this race, blocking me from continuing my race. Consider that brick wall, Deborah. If there's not a purpose for anyone or anything that you do that I may be a part of, put your trust in no man. We in such a great hour, midnight hour as this. And when I say midnight, I'm telling you all, we are at a high level of wicked that your eyes cannot see, your ears cannot hear, because that's how potent this wickedness is. You know what he said? He created the wicked for the days of evil. He means that. That's where we at. So when you're thinking he's going to come and he's going to destroy that evil and that wicked, no. It's going to sit there. For those that are called by him, chosen and elects, and the sons of Yah. Behold, what is before them, it's going to remain there. You see? So he's telling me, don't put your trust in no man. And when he said no man, he's talking about male and female. You know why? If you all truly walk upright in him and put your trust in him, he will show you how to use the gift that he has embedded in you that has not been activated because you stuck in flesh. And you think all the glory and the power rests in your flesh. You think all the honor and everything that you stand for rests in your flesh, not knowing that your flesh has no power. It has no dominion over the spirit. You see? So I thank him for giving me the whole idea of stop what I'm doing and be careful in the way I'm entertaining, meaning that don't just think people that comes to you, people that's in your thought pattern. It's okay. Watch what you're doing. So I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to be on fire. Meaning I'm going to take him at everything he say to my spirit. I'm going to trust that he knows already. Without a doubt. I ain't going to say I am. I trust that he knows what he said. He means what he say, and he say what he means. And anything in between there and outside of there don't mean nothing to me. My Ahaya rules. He has the first say so and the last, and anything in between. Okay? So where I'm at is trying to really grip the idea of what he's saying as far as the purpose of not putting your trust in man, because our mouths is a part of our flesh. It'll say anything. It'll speak anything. Because sometimes I feel that people can sound so in it. So I got it. And I've learned this throughout my whole life. My whole life. Even listening to pastors and bishops speak one thing, but my spirit telling me another regarding them. Because I can hear behind hearing. And it's really hearing the spirit that they actually have. Hearing behind hearing is where you can hear somebody say something out of their flesh, but you can understand really their intent in their spirit. In case y'all didn't know that. I know you didn't. So that's what I mean when I say I hear behind hearing, and how I can see behind seeing. You know how I see behind seeing? I can look at you and see your flesh. But the spirit of discerning have taught me how to see your spirit. You see, I can be in the midst of people for a long time, and I know about them, and they don't know I know about them. And what he's saying to me today is, use everything that he has invested in my spirit. Don't put my trust in no man. Use the gifts in which he has given me to try the spirit by the spirit. Know that all things work according to his will. Keep in mind what took place before the foundation of the world. Even that alone could take sickness away. They don't want that type of medication. They want medication that the heathens can sell to them to manipulate their mind. People don't want to accept that before the foundation of the world, everything that's going on in your body, Ahaya knows what it is, how I got there, and if it's what it is, or is it what you say that it is, because man told you. So people don't even understand. A person can sit and tell you, you got on blue shoes for a whole year. After a while, in your closet, you'll have all blue shoes. Because you don't know the power of the mind. They can drill that in you for a whole year. You got on blue shoes. You got on blue shoes. Next thing you look in your closet, you got all these blue shoes in there. Why? Because you went out and bought blue shoes. Because someone told you you had on blue shoes. That's how powerful the Spirit of the Most High Yah has shown me the deceiving power that's out there against the people. They are so deceived at the highest of the highest. That's why Sister Deborah always used to talk about midnight, darkness. And that's why she still talk about darkness and midnight. It's because it's at its highest, where you just can't see it with your natural your eyes. You just can't hear things with your natural ears. So therefore, Yah is saying what was in the light would come to, what was in the dark should come to light. Meaning I got individual out there that will give you the things that will break through the wickedness in your life, that would cause you to see that the things that you're thinking, you're feeling, and how your body is and how your body's reaction is in your life. And let me tell you something. People will get you to cater to their illness, and you become their illness with them. As long as they can get many people to cater to their illness, guess what? They're not really looking for prayer. They're looking for you to cater to their illness. You see, when Ahaya has given you the light to what is going on and have shown you how he will allow it to back up out of you, and then show you how it works by allowing you to see that it ceased, then it returns because you return in your thought pattern. You return in your feeling. You return in your emotion. You want this. This is like a baby in your stomach. You don't want it to go away. You want it to remain and be a part of you, detached to your organs, detached to you. That's what people do with sickness, and that's what sickness is. It comes to detach itself to you. And what's the first place it detaches itself? To your mind. If Ahaya says that you shall have power, and that all sickness shall flee at the sound of your voice, because greater is he that is in thee than he that is in the world. Either he is not in you, there's no faith given to you from the heaven, there's no belief given into you in the heavens, no power rest therein. And this demonic spirit that you have entertained decided to rest therein. First they were out, and then all of a sudden they come back. Why? Because you opened the door. It's like you can't. People who has such a connection to sickness, they don't want to let it go. It becomes who they are. They don't want it to go. They want it to go as far as the pain. But they don't want, they want to be a friend of their illness. They want to be connected to their illness some way or another, as if it's a birthmark. Y'all want me to not trust in nobody. Because all these issues and all these sickness, if you give an individual many, how would I say, light, candles that's lit, and Ahaya have stepped in to show them that this can work. You see what can be done, and after it has worked, it returns. Why? Because it comes back with more to help it manifest even stronger. Because how? You opened the door and allowed them to come in, because you missed it so much. Come on in and join me. I miss you. So a lot of times we play with a lot of things that's going to take us out. Because honestly, a lot of things will take your tail out while you playing in it. Because one thing I can tell you about Negro people, they don't do their study on these different sickness, and how a lot of them are demonic spirits taking over you. How many times did Yeshua says to turn, and told the people and sin no more and turn away? Because he was telling them, I'm going to heal you. Go your way. Meaning, understand you are healed. Because I have healed you. And if you walk away from what he done healed you, saying, oh, I missed it, and you think about it, you reminisce about it, it's coming back. Because it's somewhere in your mind, your flesh is opening back up. You're opening back up that which was cleaned out. You open it back up because you can't seem to shake it and get away from it. When cares of the world come and issues start coming, or everybody run back to cigarette and drinking. When I have to, because all these issues of my life, this is happening, this is happening. Everybody turn back to the things that destroy them. When the cares of life come on them, they begin to entertain and miss all the demonic spirit that took over their bodies and brought sickness and illness and bad thoughts and bad memory. When they come back, they be delighted. After a while, they don't want it there because it's overtaking their lives. But you entertained it, it brought it back. Anytime a higher take it out, that's all you have to be doing is always remember when you going to bed and when you waking up, thank you, Father, for delivering me. It's no way the clean house, Satan gonna be able to enter back in. Only way, if you open the door. Okay? And opening the door meaning all kind of doubt, all kind of disbelief that you are healed, or all kind of ideas of, it used to feel good when I used to drink, and I want to go back out there and drink, and I want to go back out there and smoke. All these things you're going back into. That's because you're opening the door back up. But don't ever entertain. See, and when they open the door back up and all the demonic spirits decide, oh, we all come now, this time we all gonna come. It's people want other people to join in, to participate in the party in which they have started up again. Now, when it get heavy, then that's when they want others to participate and feel what they're feeling. But people don't get it, and they're not going to. And I have accepted that. When the Father tells me, Deborah, let me tell you, I'm the one. I'm the way. I am the healer. I'm the deliverer. I'm the redeemer. I'm all that and some. And if they turn their faces, their backs away from me, don't dare give them any other alternative that they can get away from who I am and what I've done. So I thank the Most High for that, because it leads me to fully understand that we're actually playing a game. We're really seriously, we're playing a game. And Sister Deborah gonna be on her what is it, on her guard from now on, because the Father had to tell me to put my trust in no man, which he have said many a times, but that was something I taught and believed. But what I'm coming to understand in such a midnight hour, Ahia saying that they would use those who are not going to turn their back and their face from the things of their lives, they would bring it and entertain it with you. Don't cater to it. Okay? So don't trust in them. Anybody that comes in my midst, even on the live chat, even in the store that I own, even in anywhere, he said, don't trust them. Don't trust them. Because if they start talking, make sure you go after what is their purpose. And that's what he's saying. Find the purpose of why people will be in your midst. I either send them to you for a reason or to do something. Nothing else in between. For a reason or to do something. One or the other. So I thank him for that, because I'm flesh too. I'm spirit, but I'm flesh too. And I'm one that has learned to get my flesh under the subjection to the spirit that's in me, that Yah dwells in. So he just want me to be very cautious, and that's a sign for me, because I am very, I'm a person that gives people the benefit of the doubt. And no matter what goes on, I still give them the benefit of the doubt. And I never, now I ain't gonna say I never, let me not say that. I'm not one to just category people as to be this. I'm one that give people the benefit of the doubt. I had to, my youngest son, he didn't know too much about it, him and my youngest daughter, but my ex-husband was telling them, because they don't like me dealing, they don't like the idea of how I deal with people. Okay. I have taken people in, strangers that I don't know, no kin. I have brought them to my house and let them stay and help them get out and get a better place, or help them if they needed a ticket to go from one place that they ran from home, take them, send them to their place. So I have participated in dealing with total strangers. But you got to also think, listen to this, where have I been in life? Yah has brought me in the prison system to train men, not boys, not a boys' home, a prison system, minimum and maximum. I was the swing person, the only female that worked in the prison. They had female guards, but like 2 of them. But I was the swing person that did the training in the kitchen, in the cook, where they come out of their cells. If I write their name, I have to know their case and what they're locked up for. All of that. They give me a package and so I can see who I want to choose. So I kept with the same guys unless one did something, then I put him out and got another one. And you had to watch them with fruit, especially orange. Don't let them take it out. Knives. And one was trying to sneak his knife out, and I told him, get that thing and put it back where you got it. And don't let me see it no more. You see, I was watching, and they sat and they talked to me, and I was the type of person that, I'm just that, I ain't gonna say me. Look at my flesh. It's not me. It's he that lives in me. The places I've been, you guys, I've worked in many of shelters, many of drug addicted houses and shelters for men and for women. I've been so many places in my life that has to do with the multitude and addiction and murderers and the whole works, to where a higher has me to the point, not just today, he had me in my life that this mess, don't fear this. Don't fear this, don't fear this, don't fear this. This is a learning. Your life has been a learning lesson in the spiritual realm. So therefore, I don't have any problem with, I didn't have any problem with taking people in. Today, I think I would do it a little different because we're in the midnight hour. You know, we're in the midnight hour, and he didn't warn me of that. So, but I still have to be cautious, because just like he said to me, Deborah, everybody that said Ahaya, it's nowhere. It's not representing me. They use that. Okay. And be careful, because the enemy knows he can't come. He can't win me over. Okay. He can come around me in thinking. So he's saying, make sure you know the purpose. Okay. So either they're the individual on your live chat, or are they coming to battle with you or to hear you? Are they for you or are they against you? Being so, you know that it's a devil platform, you know it can go either or. But I want you to understand that, know the purpose for anybody that I allow to come to you. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. It's not, Sister Deborah's, it's not it's not so much as me in the flesh would allow a homeless man to come into my house. But Ahaya said, you're in the midnight hour, be very cautious, because if I didn't send them to do something, then it has nothing to do with me. So he just wanted me to be very cautious in how I entertain people, because he said you have the spirit of discerning, You have the Ruach HaKodesh, and I told people who have the Ruach HaKodesh, try the Spirit by the Spirit. So you got what it takes, but know the purpose in it all. I love that. I love that, because the purpose called it from heaven, not from the earth. That means heaven knows the purpose of why an individual is on live. You see? Why the individual is seeking him or seeking truth. See, Ahaya knows all of that. But he wants me to use the gift he's given me and stop just overlooking it and know the purpose. Always have a purpose behind it. I'm not sending, or I'm not giving these people a way to my prophet that I call from the heaven, that I ordained and predestined. If they don't get the purpose of why you're there and they're there, don't you let your guards down in the purpose of why I called you. No, stay firm, stay bold. You all read it. Go to the book. It'll tell you in the last days, he's calling the bold ones. And I've been the bold one. So that's why I know it's many that's coming that's going to be bolder than Sister Deborah. And they're not going to smile and grin and play with you. They're going to be about their father's business, and that's it. Like the two prophets, they ain't coming here to play with nobody. They come in here to throw down in power. And everybody walking around here thinking, you know, that the two prophets coming, what are they going to do? They going to come to die? Yeah, they come to die just to get up and show them the glory of their father. But before they do that, why you think they going to want to kill them? Because of what they going to come be doing. And I, Sister Deborah, need to also think about that. While I'm waiting to see and behold and to hear about the two prophets, what about the prophet that's here? You yourself and those others that are here. Maybe we need to, as the prophetess and the prophets, come together and unite only in what is spirit and truth. No, I'm not going to unite with nobody in their truth and they belief and they fleshly understanding and are in a book that the Ruach comes to teach you beyond. So you see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get caught up in that clique, but I will meet and have an ear to hear what Ahaya is doing in their life, in their mission. It should match mine, and mine should match theirs. So I, Sister Deborah, say to you, don't put your trust in people. You know, don't just think because someone's saying Ahaya, because I, being on, just connecting to individuals, not just on the live, individual that comes in the store, that everywhere I go, they say one thing and you be so into what they saying because you feel you got that compassion. I have that. Always had that. I think I had it since I was a little girl. Always having compassion. Okay? But having compassion to know and to hear people and hear their side and hear what, it's good. But you better have a purpose of why you have that compassion. You see? And that purpose has to come from the Most High, Ahaya, and not your flesh. Because you can get caught up in everybody's feelings and compassion for people who don't have any compassion for you nor the Most High Yah. They just in the midst. And that's what troubles me a great deal as a prophetess in the wilderness. First of all, people don't understand. You do not come to my live chat. You cannot come to my live chat and commune with me unless Ahaya has allowed you to do so. And if you're there, it's for a reason. You see, it's for a spiritual, heaven-bound reason. You see? And that's where the problem is at. Don't think that I'm there to just teach or to say something to make you feel good. This thing is spirit and truth. Spirit and truth don't need a good feeling. It don't get caught up in feeling, emotions, personal opinions, personal decisions. No, it comes to give spirit and truth of the matter of any and everything, even if it has to knock Deborah out unconscious. It's gonna stand. It's gonna say what it has to say. It's gonna be what it has to be. With Sister Deborah in the grave or not, it's gonna stand. Spirit and truth is gonna stand. So those that are in the live chat, when you come to the live chat, Know your purpose. Because Sister Deborah's coming after you. She's coming after you. Because it's time to really understand and lock in. Because what you do is you get on the live chat and you're dealing with people like this one individual was talking about how you spoke that about the angels and what it did to me. You know why? That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of a prophet, of a prophetess. Is to say something that's going to mount up to something in someone else's heart. But if that stuff is not manifesting and it's not doing anything for anyone, and they just on here every day to lollygaz and entertain and say the same thing over and over and over since they've been on the devil platform, not adding on to or giving the Father the true glory and praise and how you have suffered me to come. See, that individual with me, I would see that person, and when that person said that, bam, that got to be one of the anointed ones. Because they went beyond Sister Deborah. And they're saying that Ahia has done something. When I learned what you talk about the angels, this what it done to me. That's Ahia. That's Ahia. That's all he wanted us to do. We plant the seed and let him do the increase. He increased her feelings of knowing. Really, he put liberty in her at a high level to set her free. That's what it is there for. So I'm telling you all, there's a purpose in this. Everybody looking for everybody on the devil platform to just give them a right now message. Just give them something so they can go on. Then the next day come back for again so they can go on. No. Sister Deborah going to put something here on this platform just to make people separate themselves from the platform so they can go elsewhere to where they really need to be. Because on this platform in which I speak on, I do not own. Okay? But the words that I speak is of my Father that he has given me throughout my life and given me daily. I get on here and I tell you everything he gives me. Okay? But everything's for me, it's not for you. But I'm just speaking it out loud so the enemy already know. I'm going to give what he gives me. So they shall know that the same one that I serve, they can serve to, or they do serve. So I say unto you all, there has to be a purpose. There has to be a purpose. Yah is not, he's not calling, he's not allowing and sending you to my platform. And let me tell you why I say that. Now, let me stop saying to my platform, to this devil platform to hear his prophet. Let me tell you why. Because I listened to a young lady that was teaching and has spoken to many, because I used to hear her years ago. She came on my live chat and she uploaded my videos. She used to upload my videos on her page. And then it got to the point she started uploading my videos and then climbing on top of what I said. Meaning wanting to use it as an example, but wanted to stand on top and add on to it. And that's when I stopped her. I said, let me tell you one thing. You know, I didn't allow that. But that's why I say this is a devil platform. So I know that there's many those who work for the devil that's going to be on this platform over and over and over. That's why if men run from this platform, they need to run. Because you know why they need to run? It's because they know that this is not the type of party they want to dance on. The dance floor they want to dance on. They want to dance on that dance floor that's going to lie to them, which a lot of men do. They lie to them, to each other. And they've been doing it for too many years to just today to come out of nowhere and start telling you anything truth, especially spirit and truth. So they would run. You know, they have to run because they are not the same spirit that I am made up of. You see, when I say made up of, a higher spirit is not abiding in them like he's abiding in me. Because if a higher spirit is abiding in one like he's abiding in me, then they don't run away from me. They run to me because we can feel the same spirit that's in both of us. But when they run and they go here, same thing with women. When I saw that a couple of people who have left the my page, not my page, let me stop saying mine, the page that I'm on to go over to hear this lady. I said, look at them. I just was listening. I listened to the lady for about 20 minutes, and I said, look at this here. Look at this spirit over here talking, and they eating it up. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. And then I also took on the fact that she has also, the same one, has entertained others. And I say, how can somebody entertain that woman and entertain Sister Deborah? Something's wrong. See, that's what y'all saying. Be careful, Deborah, in whom you are in the midst of. Put on all the armor that I've given you at all times. Because the devil platform is the main place where you must keep your armor on at all times. And I know it's spirit and truth. Keep it on, Deborah. Because they're going to come in like sheep, but they're going to be wolves in sheep clothing. They're going to talk like you talk. They're going to try to act like you act. And be careful and who you entertaining. You know, entertaining is like unto Adam and Eve when they went into the garden. They didn't entertain that which was in the tree of life. They went around it and went to the tree on the other side in the midst. Both of them was in the midst and entertained the tree of good and evil. Entertain. That's what it was all about. Hearing what it was saying. So I say to you all, be careful. And Sister Deborah is out. Shalom, shalom.